Alim Unjao. Alim Unjao Waike Panaikuna. The impact of the light in you is magnificent. One of the most important reasons of the greeting for us is to remember each other that the light inside of us always is magnificent. We are in this very special momentum to make stronger that remembering, to remember that the children of the sun, the children of the Mother Earth, we have an important opportunity and an important responsibility to shine brighter today. But to shine brighter today, we need to go through our process. We need really to expand that essence from our inner sun. When I was walking in the mountains by Lake Titicaca, once one of the elders took me to one old temple. But this was actually, it was like a tomb. And I was a little bit scared. It was a long time ago. And he was saying, you know, are you scared? Do you have any fears? So yes, of course, it's dark here. Well, he says, you know, this is the place to face your fears. This is the moment when you will bring the different kind of fears that comes to you. You know, we have different kind of fears in our lives we experience in the past. All the kinds of fears start different kind of histories, different kind of attachments we carry with us. Those kinds of energies sometimes are too heavy, but by some mysterious reasons, the humans, we have the tendency to carry with us. And those are the blockages that we call hucha. Those kind of energies doesn't let us be who we are. So the elder was telling me, you know, what you have to do is really to face all kinds of fears. Sometimes the fear is to get sick, the fear to don't have enough, the fear to be lonely, the fear to die. Probably until some point, the strongest fear is the fear to die. But if you face the fear to die, then all the other faces will be nothing. In a way, we will say like, it will be piece of cake, like some we use in English, this expression. Huh? So to face the fear to die, it was a challenge. But you know, in this kind of temple, this kind of structure, it was some kind of mummies from the past, the elders there. It was impressive place. So how is that kind of experience? That kind of experience is really about to see if I am ready to die, if I am understanding the meaning, I am children of the light. If I understand I'm children of the light, I understand I am an eternal ray of light. I am immortal. But that, then what does it mean to learn to die? How it resonates with me if I am ready to die. So it was not easy to go through the process. The grandfather asked me, you know, you have to ask yourself if you're ready to die. You know, when the elders, when somebody is really ready to die, it is when the person fix all the life. Everything is in harmony. Because when we know we will die, when we get very old, you know that we need to fix everything, all our relations, with the family, with the neighbors, and we decide what we are going to do with the little things we own, the positions, whatever we treasured or we've been carrying in our lives. So we decide what we have to do with the bicycle, with the car, with the house, with the apartment, with the pets, with everything we have, until we don't have any attachment, because we cannot take anything. So when we see that we don't take anything, we understand we don't own anything. So we understand the only thing we own, the only thing that comes with us, is our soul. So the question then was, how is the relation with your soul? So I started to say, oh, my soul. Well, my soul is playful, but I am more connected with my mind, the dream of my mind, the desire of my mind. Probably a little bit more stronger connection with the desire of my ego. Because in the way how we learn in the schools, in the societies nowadays, it is really about the ego. It's about the competition. It is about the belief in things. But our souls, our spirits, we call the ahayu. Our ahayu, it's really about to enjoy life. Our souls, the only thing wants is to enjoy life. So how we feed the soul? The soul we feed with refined energies. We feed with the light of the Mother Earth, the light of the Father Sun. But that light, we have to understand, is love. It is in service and it's wise. So if we say, I am children of the sun, I am children of the light, because my Father is the Father's Son, I am a little son, but I am sun, I am light. So then I am light, so I am wise. So I am in service to light. There is no light that is not in service. But I have to understand that is not just a title. I have to understand that love is a way of life, because love is life. So I understand that life is sacred. So this period, this cycle we are experiencing now, we call Pachacuti, also we call Wilkacuti. Wilka is divine, is sacred, is the sun, is light. Kuti is the return. So this is the time to return of sacredness. So when we start to see that everything in life is sacred. All our activities, all our relations, all what is surrounding us, all the Mother Earth, the stars. So that's why in the Andean world we perform ceremonies to harmonize with all our relations. So in this period of time, we need to harmonize. But how we do that? We need to first to clarify the densities of our experiences. Like in this process, to release the fears, to face the fears, we need to really to clarify everything that doesn't come from love we experience in our lives. If we know very clear that we come from love, we understand we are loved. But we understand the concept, but we really feel it. We really embody it when we start to love ourselves, which is the tricky part. Who teaches us to love ourselves? How we practice that? It is very important to be aware how much we love ourselves. Because if we don't love ourselves, it's a good try to love the Mother Earth, to love our relations, to love ourselves. It is really the most important contribution we can bring today for the new cycle, for the new life. But the most important mission is to clarify the densities, is to let it go, the night. In our tradition, we believe we are entering into a new day. This is the Pachacuti. We believe in 1992, we start a new sunrise. To the 22 is the process of the sun rising. 2032, probably we will be much more aware. When the full sun is shining everywhere, we can see a little bit more clear what is all about this big transformation that everybody was talking about. And it's a huge privilege to be part of this amazing process. And how we are in this process. We have to be very careful that if we are part of it, if we are really this ray of the sun shining in the new day, because everybody, each children of the sun in this new sunrise, we are a ray from the same sun. And the first light is the most important light. The light that feeds the soul is the food of the heart. The first light remembers us that everybody is already an amazing gift to life, an amazing gift of life. So when we start to use the qualities of the light, like clarity, we clarify the past and we clearly see where we are going. In our tradition, we believe that the past, it's not behind. The past is in front of us. It's in front of us until we are aware that all these heavy energies, we let it go. Until we feel it's not inside anymore. Until we can feel doesn't control us anymore. So then we can really dream a new future and be aware if that dream comes from fear or that dream comes from love. But of course, when we are with the heavy energies carrying with us, we don't have other option. We are just there. That is guiding us. But when we let it go, when we forgive, when anger is still there, we don't have much choices. But when we come to our inner sun, we have the possibility to bring our light to be clear and transparent and to be honest, because this transparency has to do with the honest that starts with ourselves. So we can see that everything in life is proportional as we have a gift in one hand, in the other hand, there is a weakness. So we have to accept the weakness so we can harmonize, we can heal, or we can domesticate. If we don't do that, if we don't accept, if we don't face it, we cannot do any transformation. We're still the same. So then we can, if we can accept this weakness, also, of course, we can accept the gifts of the talents, of the amazing gifts that everybody brings in the luminous body. And everybody, the ones who choose to live in this new sunrise, brings gifts, brings contributions for the new life. And this is the opportunity that we bring that light. So we can see the other quality, the quality of the warmth. We can see if we are warm or we are cold. We can see if we are positive or we are negative. How we see that? We can see in the self-conversation. If we use warm words or cold words. If we use positive words or negative words. But if we have anger, if we have resentment, if we have unsolved situations, if we don't clarify the densities of our histories, we have the tendency to use cold words with ourselves, cold words with our relations. And we will see that all these cold words is only from the mind, never comes from the heart. And we can see all the warm words comes from the heart. And if we just observe from where come the words, we start the process of healing. Because we don't want to use those words, those negative words with ourselves. Because most of those are lies. More than 90% of these words, those thoughts are lies. And we believe 100% of them. So, as we understand, this warmth is the affection to ourselves, is the kindness with our relations, with the mother, with the father. So we can understand the meaning of the enthusiasm for life, the fulgurance. Every children of the sun is enthusiastic for life because we believe that each of us is a contribution for, but not only the humans, also the plants, also the animals, also the mountains, the lakes, the rivers. All life is supporting life. That's why we trust. Everybody is in ironing. Everybody is in reciprocity because everybody, we are interconnected. We are interdependent. So when we understand that, we can understand the importance of the brightness, which is the other quality of the light, the brightness of the heart, the brightness of the soul. We're not talking only about the brightness of the mind. We arrived until this point because we thought, the humanity thought that it was only about the brightness of the mind. So now we realize that it is not only about the brightness of the mind. It is about the brightness of the heart. But a bright heart, a bright soul always will have a bright mind in the wisdom, in that yachai, that is the light. So we can see that the awareness of the light, or the illumination we call, that is in everybody. And we are aware that light is love. But that moonlight we call is also beautiful. It's also what we want. Moonlight is love. Moonlight is beautiful. And moonlight is also what we want. So when we are talking about service, Yankai, we are talking about our contribution. In the Indian world, we don't have the word work. So we don't work here. So we don't have punishment. It's good to don't have to work, but it's important to bring our gifts, our talents as a contribution, to give a hand to the Mother Earth, to give a hand to the apukunas, to the masters, to the spirits, to manifest in this reality harmony, peace, abundance, what the Mother brings for us as a gift. Everybody brings also amazing, amazing wisdom that we call yachai. And yachai is the word that we can read from left to right and from right to left. Yachay. Both directions is yachai. What does it mean? That there is only one wisdom. The wisdom of the stars is the same. The wisdom inside of you. The same of the mountains is in you. The same of the wisdom of the Mother Earth is in your heart. The wisdom of divinity is in your heart. It is about to release the heavy energies, to unblock, and we open the endless spring of wisdom. We unblock the endless spring of love, and we open ourselves to be in service, because there is no love that is not in service. All love is in service to life, to light. So in the Inca tradition, we believe that love, light, and life is the same. When we start to feel that, we can understand everybody's feeling. Everything has ways to feel and share that light. When the Mother Earth comes to us with the open heart, with all the gifts, it's not only for the humans. The Mother always is remembering us. We are a big family, but not only a family of humans. We are a family with all the children of the Mother Earth. And who are all this big family? Everybody who drink the milk of the Mother Earth is our family. What's the drink? What is this milk? It's water. All the creatures we drink, water is our family. So all the plants, the animals, the insects, even the stones in the process of transformation needs water. So when we start those levels of consciousness about life, about the spirit inside of us, the Ahayu, we will understand that everything in life has an Ahayu. And the Ahayu is in the food. The Ahayu is in the mountains. The Ahayu is in the lakes. The Ahayu is in the rivers. So everybody is connected between the Ahayus. So when we are in the Ahayu, of the mountains together. We are interconnecting with all the forces of the multiverse. And as a multidimensional beings, we can bring the forces for this huge transformation that is happening. We are not alone. We are assisted by the forces of the multiverse. And everybody in our beloved Mother Earth, we have to do an overview. How is our life in every action? How we are speaking? Are we speaking from the heart or just from the mind? Are we connecting from here? Because we have to remember, whenever we use a word, we are speaking and we are writing in the other hearts. And when we do that, we cannot erase. It's very important to see that everybody is listening, and we have to learn to listen our heart. We have to learn to listen the Mother Earth, listen the elements. But of course, always start by listening our body. We have to learn how we are eating. Are we eating products with a high or it's plastic? Are we walking in harmony with ourselves? If we are aware, blooming is very important for us. One of the important purposes we represent, the soul as a plant, as a flower. We believe that everybody, our destiny is to bloom. Very important. Our connection with the Mother Earth, because we are nurtured by the Mother. Our roots has to be strong, so our soul will be strong, so we can face whatever we need to face. So we are strong roots. We can bloom easy, but we need the light of the Father Son. But the blooming symbol is the moment really when we release the resistance to be, and we bloom, releasing all the petals, and we are ready to share the nectar, to share the sweetness, to share the beauty, to share our lives. When we are ready to share ourselves, because we are one life, then the hummingbird comes and flies above our heads, trying to get the nectar from us. That's the picture. So I will wish many hummingbirds in your lives, to all our friends, that in these special moments we choose to experience life. We are active. We are dreaming with much hope, with much illusion that we are building something extraordinary. But of course, when we see behind me this extraordinary city, I always remember that when I guide in these places, the spiritual groups, I always say, the first ones who start to build the city, they could not see how is it right now. They just started the foundations, but they had the hope, the dream, the illusion, the enthusiasm to build this extraordinary city that is till now we can feel their love, their service, their wisdom. So when we are talking how we can manifest an extraordinary life for ourselves and for all our community of life, how we can manifest a world more ecological, less ecological, how we can manifest a world with justice, balance, how we can manifest this paradise, this extraordinary world. We believe that is very simple. In this ordinary world, we just have to put the extra. And what is that extra? The humans, we have to bring the extra. It is our hearts, our love, our service, our wisdom. If we bring that light, it will be extraordinary world. And you can try any moment. You can try today. Whatever you have to do today, you put your love, your service, your wisdom, your light, your essence. It turns out extraordinary. With no doubt, it never fails. So if you have an extraordinary day, you will have much joy. Extraordinary month, extraordinary years, extraordinary life. So this is what we call the return of the Inca. It is the return of the children of the sun. The children of the sun consciousness, the return of the light is already in our beloved planet. And in this opportunity, we had to go through a process, and this had to be compulsory by some mysterious reason of the cosmos. We had to go through it. Everybody is in their own retreat, and everybody has the choice to go even deeper. It's just one step, going into our hearts, going into our inner sun. As we go to the inner sun, always we can remember that this is the place where we call the Inti Churin, the children of the sun, has anchored the beloved Pachamama, divine cosmic mother, Pachatata or Pachacamac, the divine or cosmic father, with the power, with the light of Pachatata, Pachamama. We are much more powerful. We are never alone. We have this power that we call Kapag, C-A-P-A-C or K-A-P-A-K, Kapag. It was the name of the first Inca, Maiku Kapag. Kapag is power. What is power? Power is that light. So this is the time, the return of the lineage of the Kapakunas. The Kapakunas are the ones of power, the power of love, the power of wisdom, the power of service. So welcome to the new day. Welcome to the new cycle, to the new world. Thank you very much. Great honor. One of the greetings for us, the right hand in the heart, solar plexus, with love, without fear, from the pre-Incan times, from Tiwanaku Pucara. For us nowadays, when we cannot give hugs each other, we are greeting that way, with love, without fear. One of the important places in the world nowadays for this new cycle, the south of Peru, the feminine polarity, Lake Titicaca, all the Andes and the ley lines are so active. In the silence of the places, I was feeling how all these ley lines, power places in the planet are interconnecting a huge synchronicity of how the cosmic energies are anchoring as a special support for our beloved Mother Earth and for our process, not only the humans, but for all the process. So it is for us important to be aware, to see wherever we are, how is our mountains, how is our forest, how is the animals. We have to see with different eyes, see it with the eyes of the heart, because you can see clearly it's different. When you see it's different, you will see you are different, because the changes is already happening. But it will continue. Much is going on. It's not only our circumstance, our situation in the moment for each individual. It is global. It is in all aspects of life. So when we see nothing will be the same, very important, how is the new you? How is the new ray of the sun? How is our blood family? Are we in harmony, our blood family? Are we in harmony with our neighbors? Are we in harmony with the past in front of us? Are we in harmony with the future behind? Are we in harmony with the Mother Earth? Are we in harmony with the Father Son? Are we in harmony with ourselves? You know, when we are not in harmony with ourselves, we are not in harmony with anybody. When we are not comfortable with ourselves, we are not comfortable with anybody. And of course, it's their fault. But it's interesting. That is our test. If we are in harmony with the 7 relations, we are growing spiritually. If we are not in harmony in one or more of these relations, that means we still need to keep processing. We still need to harmonizing. We still need to healing. That is what we need. So harmonizing is the way. One of the most important contribution of the Inca society to the world is the alien causa, to live in harmony with all the expressions of life. In most of the concepts, philosophies in the world, is only about the humans. In the pre-Inca and Inca cultures, it is about summa kamanya in Aymara, alien causa in Quechua, to live in harmony with all the expressions of life. That starts with ourselves. The new world has to do with that. The new cycle has to do with that harmony. And each of us is invited to live in harmony. So of course, you live in harmony when fear disappears. And fear disappears when you are in love.
Hi, everyone.